I'm Dr. N.Senthil Madasamy, Associate Professor, Computer Science and Engineering. Welcome to this session on EC2 for 1 credit course of DEVOPS Technologies. In this session, topic to be covered is EC2 under Module 3 Continuous Integration and Continuous Deployment. At the end of Module 3, the students will be able to automate the IT infrastructure. At the end of this session, the students will be able to describe introduction about Amazon EC2. In this session, we will see about what is EC2, features of EC2, EC2 Architecture, EC2 Options, EC2 Families, EBS Volumes, EBS Volume Types. EC2 is Elastic Compute Cloud. It provides scalable computing capacity in the Amazon Web Services. The Amazon EC2 eliminates your need to invest in hardware upfront, so you can develop and deploy applications faster. You can use Amazon EC2 to launch as many as few virtual servers as you need, configure security and networking, and manage storage. Amazon EC2 enables you to scale up or down to handle the changes in requirements or spike in popularity, reducing your need to forecast traffic. Features of EC2 are: first one is virtual computing environments are known as instances. Second one is pre-configured templates for your instance known as Amazon Machine Images that package the bits you need for your server, including operating system and additional software. Third one is various configuration of CPU, memory, storage, and networking capacity for your instance known as instance types. Fourth one is secure login information for your instances using key pairs. That is, the AWS stores the public key and you can store the private key in secure place. Fifth one is storage volumes for temporary data that's deleted when you stop or terminate your instance known as instance store volumes. Sixth one is persistent storage volumes for your data using Amazon Elastic Block Store, that is Amazon EBS, known as Amazon EBS Volumes. Seventh one is multiple physical locations for your resources such as instance and Amazon EBS volumes known as regions and availability zones. Eighth one is a firewall that enables you to specify the protocol, port, and source IP ranges that can reach your instance using the security groups. Static IPv4 addresses for dynamic cloud computing known as elastic IP addresses. 10th one is metadata known as tag that you can create and assign to your Amazon EC2 resources. 11th one is virtual network. You can create that are logically isolated from the rest of the AWS cloud and that you can optionally connect to your own network known as virtual private clouds PPC. Under EC2 architecture as shown in figure, the instance is an Amazon EBS backed instance, meaning that the root volume is an EBS volume. You can either specify the availability zone in which your instance runs or let the Amazon EC2 select an availability zone for you. When you launch your instance, you secure it by specifying a key pair and security group. When you connect to your instance, you must specify the private key of the key pair that you specified when launching your instance. EC2 have four options. First option is on demand. Pay a fixed rate by the hour with no commitment. This option may be used for the users wishing for low cost and flexibility without any upfront payment or long-term commitment. This option may be used for the applications with short-term, spiky and unpredictable workloads. This option is also ideal for startups. Second option is reserved, means the capacity reservation based on baselining and hence a significant discount on the hourly charge for an instance, that is 1 year or 3-year terms. This option may be used for the steady and predictable usage applications requiring reserved capacity. Third option is spot. It is bid for price one needs to pay for the instance capacity, it giving the greater savings for the applications, having flexible start and end times, very low cost compute, no cost for the hour in which the AWS terminates the instance. Fourth option is dedicated host. Physical EC2 servers dedicated for the use. It will be very useful in the case of server-bound licenses for regulatory requirements. Different EC2 families are, first one is T2, which has the feature of dense storage for use cases of file servers, data warehousing, Hadoop. Second one is R4, which has the feature of memory optimized for the use cases of memory intensive applications, TBs. Third one is M4, which has the feature of general purpose for use cases of application servers. Fourth one is C4, which has the feature of compute optimized for use cases of CPU intensive application DBs. Fifth one is G2, which has the feature of graphics intensive for use cases of video encoding, 3D application streaming. Sixth one is I2, which has the feature of high speed storage for the use cases of NoSQL DBs. Seventh one is F1, which has the feature of field programmable gate array for the use cases of hardware acceleration for your code. Eighth one is T2, which has the feature of lower cost for use cases of web servers, small TB. Ninth one is P2, which has the feature of graphics general purpose GPU for the use cases of machine learning, Bitcoin mining, etc. 10th one is X1, which has the feature of memory optimized for use cases of SAP, Apache Spark, etc. EBS, that is elastic block storage volumes or storage volumes that can be attached to Amazon EC2 instances. File systems and databases can be run in this volume. Automatic replication within availability zones. Elastic block storage volume types are, first one is general purpose SSD GP2, which has the feature of balance of price and performance. Ratio of 3 IOPS per GB with up to 10,000 IOPS and the ability to burst up to 3000 IOPS for volumes under 1 GB byte. Second type is provisioned IOPS SSD 101. This volume will be used for the IO intensive application like larger relational or NoSQL database. It will be used if the requirement is more than 10,000 IOPS and can provision up to 20,000 IOPS per volume. Third type is throughput optimized HDD SD1 magnetic disk. This volume will be used for the sequential data that is frequently accessed big data, data warehouse, log processing, etc. It cannot be the boot volume. Fourth type is cold HDD SC1, which has the feature of lowest cost storage for infrequently accessed workloads, file server. It cannot be the boot volume. Fifth type is magnetic standard. It is bootable and used for infrequently accessed data. In the summary of the session, you have learned the following are: what is EC2, features of EC2, EC2 architecture, EC2 options, EC2 families, EBS volumes, EBS volume types. I hope you found this lecture is clear about EC2. Second part of this session under Model 3 will be covered the topic of EC2 setup and launch virtual server in next video lecture. Thank you and have a nice day.